Hey, welcome. It's Brian, and for my 10,000 subscriber mark, I wanted to do a special video where I show and then maybe talk about my first video that got some real traction that made me think, oh, YouTube, there's something or someone will watch what I do. And I'll talk about the history of that a little bit more, but this video came out March 18th, 2021. And I'd also like to take a second to say thank you for being a part of this. Thanks for getting me to 10,000 subscribers. And it's a ton of work, as many of you probably know. And I see lots of other channels that don't have 10,000 subscribers. So I go, I feel lucky that I've got so many people watching these and that who continue to come back and support me and this channel and kind of the whole idea of like adventurous guitar and great guitar players. I am by no stretch including myself in that, definition, but I've definitely been playing a long time. And when I did this video, I was doing a lot like it, doing kind of like more texture oriented, like kind of loops and kind of like a Frippertronics thing, and then just tons of heavy stuff and anyway, just kind of prog rock ideas that I've turned into songs that I am now kind of starting to work on with a band. And what was funny about this video is I did it and put it up, I don't know, in the afternoon one day and woke up and saw that it had, 10,000 views overnight, which is probably the most I've ever gotten on any video in one day. And so that just kind of like, was like, wow, I got a lot of traction with that. And I proceeded to make maybe one for every other day, maybe it was every day, and none of them came close. They'd all get like 50 or less, or maybe they get a couple hundred, but it never recaptured that mark of like getting 10,000 or something overnight. This video's gone on to get almost 17,000 views, a couple hundred thumbs up, and a good amount of comments and all of that. And I'm gonna put the video link in the description, just so you can watch it unabridged or if you care. So, but like I said, it took probably another year to start doing videos, reaction videos, really, where people started to watch them. And I was trying to just get to 1,000 subscribers, and kind of build it from there to see what works. And then I just kind of went out on a limb with reactions, and I started doing Prince, and that kind of got the most right off the bat. Like I got a lot of comments. None of the videos went really big, but they were, made it worthwhile. And not only that, I loved finding out all this new Prince, and still do. I'm still doing that today. And another core one was Buckethead. I still do that quite often. And the other one would be Trey Anastasio of Fish and his band. Those three I've probably done about 100 plus roughly of those three artists. And I've been trying to add in things that I want to see and maybe turn other people on, because the whole premise was doing mostly live videos of guitar players that were adventurous or great soloists and from all genres. And come to find out, that's kind of a challenging premise from my standpoint. Nobody is actually coming to me, I think, for the most part, to see new, exciting players. They want to see the ones that I've done before, whether it's Prince or Fish or Buckethead or, whatever else it is, King Gizzard. Because when I tend to do things that are really close to my heart, they tend to just kind of not really get much action. So it's kind of you have to balance what I want to see and what I think other people want to see, and trying to build an audience. So maybe someone's coming here for Prince and checks out something by John McLaughlin or Robert Fripp or who other players like that, or like Black MIDI, to name a few. And so there's a little bit of cross-pollination, and it's all for the love of guitar, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So with that said, we'll watch this, and like I said, after this video, I think it was maybe a year roughly before I really kind of started doing the reaction thing, and started to get more and more traction, and got to where I'm at now, thanks to many of you who comment and subscribe and like, and have communicated with me via email. I've talked to people on the phone. I actually have a full-time job, so it's a lot harder now than it was like when I first started doing this, because I had all the time in the world. Now I'm doing this when I can and trying to put out a video a day and kind of branch out a little bit. Like I'm doing like a series of some of my favorite records from kind of genres, whether it's prog rock, fusion, like rock, and kind of more like avant-garde players, I guess. So I'm going to do like a series of 5 of those, just to kind of give it a more personal touch. And yeah, so anyway, I'm going to show the video. I probably won't comment on it much, but I'd love your opinion on it, what you think of it. And ever since that first big hit of the 10,000, 11,000, it's gone up to 17,000 roughly, or 16 and a half. But that's been over, it's basically over 2 years it's done that. So it's actually gets quite a few views still, just not as many comments or whatever, or very rarely a comment. So we'll just watch it and kind of see what you think. All right, here we go. My hair looked worse or better. So there you have it, under a minute, and that's kind of what started all of this. And I am kind of proud of that kind of guitar solo. It was just an off-the-cuff thing. And 2 of the comments that were pretty common were like, "Is that some like a like an homage or some kind of thing about Lord of the Rings, that melody?" And I listened to the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, at least for Return of the King. I don't know if they're different through all of them. I'm sure there's variations on that theme. I could kind of hear like a little bit of what they were saying, but that wasn't the intent. And the other one was like, I got like a lot of comments saying like, "You seem really, really depressed, you know, you should reach out to someone if you have to," or, you know. So I thought that was kind of in 2 ways really, really interesting, because I wasn't, or not completely, I guess. And it was really sweet that people would even like say anything about, you know, you should get help if you feel like you need it, that kind of thing. And I wasn't offended by that. I think we can all appreciate if someone reaches out, and if they're even a stranger and is kind of concerned about another person. I mean, you would hope that would be the case. It's what I would do. Maybe not from a video on YouTube of a guy playing guitar, but you never know. And I just thought that is probably why this was such a somewhat viral hit. It was that I looked depressed and sad. And I mean, I was feeling it for sure. I won't deny that, but I think any musician, or any of us that love music deeply, whether you're a musician or not, can definitely have music take you somewhere emotionally. Otherwise, what's the point to listening to, music at all or whatever? And that's definitely been the case for me since I was a kid, and continues to be so now. And this video is just part of that whole thing. So I kind of wanted to shine a light on it, just to say, like, maybe you watched a lot of my stuff, the reaction stuff, and me playing guitar and shorts. I'm doing more and more of the shorts again, just because that was the whole reason why I started doing this. And sometimes I get a lot of views and sometimes I don't, and that's the way it goes. But if you like those, I appreciate you watching them. They're only, a minute long, so can't be that bad. This video will probably be 15 minutes by the time I'm done, so I apologize about that. But again, thank you to everyone who subscribed, commented, liked over the last year, 2 years, whatever you want to say. And look for more guitar playing of mine. Or you could maybe request I don't play guitar. Not that I'd listen, but I'm always, willing to hear your side of it for sure. So I'm Brian, and I do a lot of reactions, and I appreciate you stopping by. If it's your first time and you watch this, I greatly appreciate that. And thank you to everyone that's watched before. So have a great day, and thank you.